In this video where the Veyron tries to win, there's absolute carnage as everyone goes everywhere, and I actually caused a crash as well. I'm sorry. Hello everyone and welcome to another video. We are in the Bugatti Veyron in this Group 4 race. We are trying to beat the meta once again by trying to win this race in a Bugatti Veyron. Yeah, I'm a bit mental now, if I'm honest. It's the amount of content coming out of the channel. We've got loads. So if you are liking the content, please do subscribe and, you know, stay in touch with the channel. We've got loads coming up. And if you do like this video, as we go through, hit the like button. Anyway, we're going to go into turn 1 in last place, but our goal is not to be last. Our goal is actually to be first place in the Bugatti Veyron. So we've got a few races here. Obviously, last the first challenge in the Veyron would be a bit too difficult. However, there is some insane racing actually coming up as we head in towards this corner. The Spaniard avoids the Italian in front of them there, outbraking themselves into barrier. They go. Head towards this left-hander then. Oh, there's a crash there between another Spaniard and Italian. Oh, who's that? That's Shorty going a bit slow around the outside of that corner. We've made 4 positions already in the Veyron. Hey, maybe it is on this race. Who knows? We're going to head down in towards this right-hander then. Greenland goes for the move on... Is it Michelle there? I don't know. Michael, sorry. We got through there. And I get hit off into barrier. Oh... Of course, when you're down in the mid-pack, you are more than likely going to end up in one of the incidents, even if it's not your fault. And that happened to me there. We've got Shorty coming behind us in that Alfa Romeo. I'm trying to keep this position then, as I want to be ahead of the Alfa going onto the straight. Shorty round the outside then. Beautiful move there, as we then have the Spaniard behind of Metrico. And Shorty there. Look at that. Look at the acceleration of that Alfa Romeo. We'll get onto that a little bit later on as well. The acceleration on that car is nuts. It really does need nerfing a little bit as we go through that right-hander. One place where the Alfa Romeo does suffer a little bit, though, is on the straights. We know that when we've raced it in the Subaru WRX. And that's the... Oh, who's that? We've got somebody around there in a GTR, but they've gone. So up another place. But you're about to see it here. This is where the Alfa Romeo does struggle. We know that. We've raced it against the WRX. The WRX is much quicker on the straights as well. And you're seeing that here with the Veyron. The Veyron should be the quickest on the straights. It's a Veyron. I mean, my word. So we go down the inside then, heading towards this chicane. Very difficult chicane to get right. Very difficult to go around the outside. So Shorty does give that one up. And we are up a place into P11. Okay, we advance a bit further on into the lap. Of course, there's only 2 laps here at St. Quentin A, mainly because of the length of the circuit. It's a 3-minute 20 lap-ish, depending on what car you're in, of course. As that Alfa Romeo, look at it go! Look at it go! I'm going to have to give room on that outside for the Alfa at this point, so I can't take the optimum racing line then, heading into this last corner. Are they going to do it around the outside? No, they don't do it around the outside. My word, that would have been an insane move and a half there. But we keep P11 for now, as we continue on towards lap number 2. So we've got a GTR up ahead. In fact, I assume it's mainly GTRs. And for those that don't know, I'm still on the leaderboards, actually. I think I'm 13th on the leaderboard for this race, which is insane. And that's why I'm using my LGR account, by the way, if you did wonder there. I'm using my LGR account because my TCR account was just starting pole. And I want a bit of a challenge here. Although it is a bit of a challenge already in the Veyron. The Italian up ahead then, going a bit slow out of turn 1 then, into the braking zone. I was hoping they would make a mistake there, a bit like earlier on where lap 1, second 1, somebody went off. Did avoid the Italian in front of them though, as we look down the inside. I'm trying to scare them off here, try and make those little, I'm going to go for it. Ah, no, I'm not. I'm going to go. No, that's what I'm trying to do here. So we continue on towards the double right-hander then, in towards the braking zone we go. And they brake a little bit late there. I do see that. Remember, the orange tents are what I use, and I go down the inside. We leave just enough of a GTR gap there. Up into P10 then. Top 10 first race. I would take that for the first race in the Veyron. Let's see then. We come through here. We actually can see P9 and P8 then. We catch up to them. So maybe that's on as well, in towards this. This is a hard corner to get right, okay? Very hard corner to get right. As we go through the right-hander. Oh, the GTR is off here. Where they're going to go? We decided to go down the right-hand side. I don't think the GTR realised that. They did apologise after as well. But we're around the outside of a GTR, heading up to the bridge, which is pretty mental. So, yeah, P9 top 10. Here we come. And we do advance towards the end, where we do get it. A flash of lights there from behind, from Slider. Thank you for that race. And P9. So it's at the end of the world here. There's a small possibility maybe, but I can't start last. That was my decision. I can't start last here in this race. Let's go to the next one then. We started P11, so we only managed to get 1 lap in. Bearing in mind there's like 8 minutes between each race, and it's a 3-minute lap, so you can't get much done. There's definitely more time in the lap as we go into this right-hander. Remember, I've done a 3:17.1, I think it is, in the GTR, so we have to slightly lift there to avoid that GTR. So we're 4 seconds off at the moment, my GTR time, which is pretty mental, to be honest with you. So up into P10 already, so that's looking good as we see 3 wide up ahead there. There's 2 Alphas and a GTR there. The Alpha's bullying that GTR to the outside, that slider there, and we get the inside of them then for this left-hander. Avoid trying to hit barrier there. Through we go. Do we get it done? No, GTR is still there at the moment. Are they going to keep that position and head towards the double right-hander? And we go to the rear view mirror. You can see the GTR there. But we look at the GTR behind them, who gets sent to meet barrier there. A pit maneuver done, and Stu losing the rear end then. Oh, that was close. As we did take avoiding action there. I think Stu realised I was coming there. And yeah, released the brake a little bit to avoid me hitting them, to be honest with you. But hey, we're up into P8 now. We're doing well here. Still a net gain from the previous race so far. As they look down the inside here, there's just enough of alpha room there on that left-hand side. Somebody off in the distance. That's Wayne off. But then look at that rear view. There's everybody on my rear view bumper. How slow is this Veyron, man? My word. As we go through the right-hander then. And yeah, well, we're in P7, so we're doing okay so far. The GTR actually manages to beat out the Alphas there as we head towards this chicane then. As I say, very difficult corner to get right. We just missed the apex a little bit there. GTR behind of Slider absolutely nails it here. Now, I knew the GTR would go for it. So I've stayed to the left-hand side here, and I wanted the GTR to go here. It's why I stayed far left. I didn't want to go for a cutback here. The whole idea is I want to use them as a bit of bump drafting here, try and catch up to the group ahead, because I do need any help I can get here to advance further in this race. So I give him a bit of a bump draft there. Happy days. Through the left we go, and we're going to continue on to the bridge. So let's advance a bit further on in the race then. Start a lap number 2 here. And we have caught up to P6. So, you know, the strategy worked out well here, you know. 9,000 IQ strats coming in for this race. However, the 9,000 IQ strat doesn't work because I decided to go rally crossing in a Veyron, which does not work. We know that doesn't work. So, yeah, unfortunately, we lost out there. So, we're looking to try and catch up to them again once we've got rid of the dirt on our tyres. And the GTR off into barrier then. And there's just... Oh, my word. That was so close. I didn't know where to go there, so I decided to stay right. And we get the position. So, we're going to come in... we're going to come in home. There we go. P7 for now. So, we're progressing. That's still 3 positions gain. Or 2, is it? I can't even remember where I finished in the first race. So, we are pushing further and further towards the front. Let's go a bit quicker then, hopefully, in qualifying. Where are we now? A 3:20.2. So P7. P7, we're in the top half of the grid here. It's good for us. So we're straight into the racing action here. No need to watch every rolling start as we go in towards this turn then. Oh, GTR clips the grass, and then I think the Alpha taps them as well. The weight's up there in that Alpha Volvo S40. What a livery. What a livery on that car. We have to give him a little bit of room there. The Bug does understeer quite a bit here as we continue on out. So obviously, if you don't know, the meta is the GTR, and we're the non-meta at the moment. Now, you might go, oh, why, Tidgney, aren't you using the Alpha? Well, the Alpha is the meta so many times that I didn't want to choose the Alpha. So I was like, hey, let's pick something new. The Veyron. Nobody uses the Veyron. Let's try the Veyron as we go through that right-hander then. So we are in a fight here for, what, P5 at the moment? We're only 3 seconds off the lead. So, you know, nothing's out of touch so far as we head into this left-hand. I love this. This corner's a really nice corner to do, actually, as we go through that left-hander. Look at the acceleration of that Alpha. Even on the GTR, it is mental how good that car is as we then head in towards this braking zone then. And through we go. So we're right behind the Alpha here. So we're on the grass. Get off the grass, Tidge, your weapon. As we go into this right-hander then. And we're looking to try and get past the Alpha. But the Alpha absolutely nails that corner. That is the ridiculous nailage of that corner that I've ever seen. So well played there, buddy. As we continue on in the slipstream here. Now, this is where we should have an advantage, at least a little bit on the cars ahead. We are in the Veyron. I want some advantage at least as we head towards the chicane. We have to brake extremely early here, though. And hopefully we can nail this right. And we do clip the curb, so we've done that okay so far. Could have done it a little bit better here. We do have a run on the Alfa Romeo, though. And I'm looking on the inside. And I completely missed my braking zone here. Straight into the GTR, which is straight into Bonnie. I'd slow the car down, stop the car, crashing into them more. Sergio does get distracted, he said, after the race. But I can't help getting distracted there. That was a crash that was happening. In towards the left-hander we go then. And the Genesis now looking. There's actually a Genesis in here. That's not a meta car at all. So shout out to Jessica for using that one then. And yeah, we continue on in P7 for now. But I'm not sure the strengths of the Genesis. So this is going to be very interesting to see where the Genesis is strong or weak. having a little nose there. Flashes the lights a little bit. You're not going to scare me that easy. No. No way you scare me that easy. Through the left we go then. And continue on out of that corner. That Genesis is going very quickly here. Very good acceleration in on that Genesis. So I'm going out to take that racing line if I can. Through the right we go. Want to clip that curb and keep it tight if we can. We do indeed. Perfect stuff. Head over towards that right-hand side in towards the braking zone at the 100-meter board. And, oh, we get it all sorts of wrong there. A bit of oversteer. Jessica taps my rear end, and we'll continue on there. Bit of a flash. Maybe a bit frustrated. I'm not too sure. But even so, we continue on. And we're back in this fight for P5 then. Happy days. Now, I knew I was catching Echo here quite quickly, so as a bit of an apology as well, I wanted to give a bit of a bump draft here. There we go. And allow them to get a bit more speed into this braking zone. Only because I didn't want to overtake them. I thought, you know, I made that big incident earlier on. Oh, somebody's off there. Well, we'll take that. Oh, no, we're in P6. Oh, no. Oh, the one position I don't want to be in. So we are going to have to try and overtake Echo at this point. We've got Jessica behind as well as we go through that right-hander. And Echo gets a good run out of there, actually. Really good run. In towards the right we go. Can we slow the car down? We do. We've slowed it enough. Let's go full throttle here. Come on, Tidge. Catch the GTR. Come on. And we don't. We don't. We advance further on. The GTR is so fast on the straights. It is ridiculous. We've got Jessica behind then. And looking very menacing, actually, as we go into this final corner. And down the inside they attempt. Then we have to leave a little bit of room there for that Genesis. Through we go, and we do keep P6, and we are going to come home in that cursed position of P6. But it's not 3 races we're doing here. We are going to go again. There is still an opportunity here to get further up this grid. Each time our total time's a bit quicker as well. We're improving in this Veyron. Come on, we can do this. In the Veyron, let's get a victory. Let's try and get a victory. So we're starting P4 now. We're in the 19s. It can do in 19. It can go quicker than the 19.9 as well. Can it do in 18? I think it'd be tight. If you do gear abuse, yes, you can. But I'm not used to it. I don't really like doing the gear abuse, if I'm honest. I'm not used to it. Don't really like it. Now, look at that rear view mirror. Look how fast that Alfa Romeo is at accelerating. That is ridiculous. Oh, my word. And it's good in the corners. It's got 2 strengths and 1 weakness, which is top speed. So something needs to happen to that Alfa Romeo. It really does, because it's just too strong. It is too strong in this class. By a country mile, it is too strong. Yes, it's not the meta here, but it can still compete with the meta. That's how good it actually is as we head into the left. Now, I didn't want to overtake Wayne here, only because I knew I could overtake Wayne on the straight, and I don't want to lose touch with the car's head now. We're in the fight for P1 at the moment. We're only 1 second off, essentially, as we go through that left-hander. We've got Bonnie behind, and then there's a big gap then, I think, to P7. So we're in this fight for P1, which is good. It's where we want to be here now. We're in the fight. We've got a chance as we go into this right-hander. And we get a bit of bump draft there from behind. I'll take all the help I can get here as well. So thank you for this, Bonnie. So through the right we go. Continue on out of there. And again, look at it. It's insane how fast that car is ahead. It really is. Like, the GTR is quick, okay? The GTR is quick. The Alpha is just, it's too good. GTR is strong on this track. The Alpha is strong on every single track you go to. Oh, GTR off there. Up into P4 then. So we're back where we started, at least. And again, we're under a second now towards the leader. As Wayne goes down the inside there of the Spaniard. Well, yeah. You pushed them out wide there, Wayne. You really should have waited up for that one, to be honest with you. Let's go through here. They slow it down a little bit too much than I liked, really. But yeah, you should have waited up there, Wayne. That was your fault. You pushed them out wide. Yeah, not the greatest. But even so, we continue on. I don't know if Wayne apologized at the end or not. I don't know. I'm just saying what I see. It's like catchphrase. Anyway, we've got to run on at the Alfa Romeo. And we're looking down the inside of Wayne then in towards the braking zone we go. Wayne looking around the outside. It's not going to work there. And we're up into P2. We're in P2. And we are in the slipstream just of that GTR. And now we're out of it. In towards the braking zone we go. And Wayne gets it all sorts of wrong there into that corner. He has apologized for that after the race, so thank you, Wayne. Bonnie thought it was their fault, which I think is why they're going a bit slower here, but I wanted to get behind Bonnie. We could work together here to try and catch up to that GTR, I'm sure. Remember, that Alpha is so strong. Oh, sorry, I should say, that Volvo, quotes, is so strong in accelerating and cornering, it can really help. Lap 2 here. We've not gained that much on the GTR. Bob is absolutely flying. So I was looking to try and get the move done on Bonnie there. It doesn't quite work out. As we come through here, I try and accelerate out of there. I have to lift here to avoid pit maneuvering Bonnie. And yeah, we both went off at the chicane. So that's both getting a 0.5 second penalty. We have a Spaniard behind there of Sands, who probably sees that and goes, excellent! I can't do a Spanish accent, so I'm not even going to try. Anyway, we're going to advance towards that penalty zone then, and we are going to be taking that penalty. Ooh, slow down speed. Spaniard goes by there in the GTR, and yeah, we're down to P4. So we started P4, we're finishing in P4. As we go through the right-hander then. By the way, us not winning this race, our driver rating is going down and down and down. So tomorrow, Saturday the 24th, Christmas Eve, we are going to be doing some driver rating farming on stream. So do make sure you check out the stream, because that will be happening. However, we can win this race. I'm going to go for one final race here, folks. One final race. Can we do it? Come on. In the Veyron. We're starting P4 again. I wish I could have improved to P3 there to avoid the Alpha behind, because we know what's going to happen. We've already seen it. That Alfa Romeo accelerates so fast. It's just going to go clean on by in towards turn 1 then. And yeah. And again, I'm not fighting this because I want to stay in the fight here. We saw the fight before. The fight meant that we stayed close with everybody. So it still gives us a chance here to win this race. So we're going to head down towards turn 2 then. Or is it turn 3? Because that's technically turn 2. I don't know. I don't know the naming conventions of this circuit. Through the left we go here then. And it's still status quo as normal. In towards left. And yeah, avoid hitting that barrier on the left. Honestly, it's so easy to do that. We're going to advance further on then towards, well, we're going to head towards the back straight at this point. And we're 2 seconds off the leader this time. Less fighting going on, so it had me a bit worried here. Wayne gets it all sorts of wrong there into the right here. And I wasn't sure what to do here, so I went for the move. Was it the best thing to do? I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. I had to overslow the car a little bit here. And I'm normally around 113, 14 miles an hour at the curb. I was 109, 110 there. So we did lose out a little bit here. We're 2.5 seconds off the lead now. Fingers crossed they start fighting. We're obviously going to overtake the Alfa Romeo here just because it's a straight line and jobs are good. And I was a little bit worried Wayne was going to go for it again at the next corner. So let's see what happens then as we enter the chicane. Through the left we go. Yeah, Wayne's too far back at this point in time. So let's advance a bit further on, and we get to the end of the bridge then, where we are in that second window. Bob's got a penalty. Here we go, folks. The race is on. We might have a chance of winning. Oh, the GTR's got 1 second penalty now in the lead. That's Tidgney. So we've got every chance of winning this race. It's on like Donkey Kong. Yes! Come on, let's do this. In the Veyron, the Alpha goes down the inside there because it's just too bloody good, that Alfa Romeo. In towards the braking zone we go then. Through the left we go. Wayne slows the car down a bit too much. And I'm just like, no! No, I need to stay in touch. I want to overtake everybody. As they hit the penalty line then, does Tidgney and Bob. So Bob overtakes Tidgney. Tidgney drops down to P5 then. We're in P4, but we're still in that second zone here. They're fighting up ahead. Wayne and Echo. We've got Bob here as well. Remember, Bob just flew away earlier on in the previous race. So this is the chance. We are in this fight. We knew we could catch Echo. We've done that already before. We've caught Wayne before. We've got the fight on. Here we go. Hope you're excited for this lap, folks. In towards turn 1. We get it a little bit wrong there. A bit too deep. Through we go. Not as deep as Echo, though. Echo is off, but up into a podium position in the Bugatti Veyron. As we then head towards the left-hander then. Oh, it's status quo for now. Wayne keeping that position. Remember that Alpha not strong on the straights. So that is where we need to overtake the Alfa Romeo. But we need to stay with Bob here. Through the left-hander we go and continue on. Wayne pushing on then in that car. The gap still half a second here as we go through the left-hander here in towards the right, in towards the braking zone. Bobby's so close to the back end of that Alpha, and we was very close to Bob then as well. And Bob looking for the move then on the Alpha. In towards the right we go. Bob backs out of that. Through the right-hander we go. It actually forces Wayne off there. Wayne got a little bit scared. Wayne bottled it here. We're up into P2 now, folks. P2 in the Veyron as we head down towards this left-hander. Then Bob goes defensive. In we go, and we absolutely nail that beautifully. But that GTR is so good here. We just need to remain close to Bob for that back straight, and we should have it hopefully in towards this right-hander then. And the GTR, you can see the GTR just pushing on round. Look at it go. And we're still within that gap then. Here we go. Chuck it in. We have to slow the car down a bit more due to dirty air. Bloody dirty air! I hate it! I hate it! We continue on through, and we've nailed that pretty well, but Bob nailed it as well. So 0.3 of a second. Is that gap coming down? It is indeed. It's now 2.5 tenths. 2.5 1/10 from the victory. Come on, Tidge. Come on, we're getting closer. Down under 2 tenths now. I'm just not close enough into the braking zone. I need to nail this right. Through I go. Oh, we do indeed. We nail it. Oh, we have to lift a little bit. We just took a bit too much speed there. The gap, 2.5 tenths, and heading towards 3 tenths. In towards the braking zone we go. Let's try and put Bob off. Can we do that? Through the right, we do that very well. You see Bob is pushing on very nicely indeed. Heading towards the left-hander on the bridge and the braking zone. Can Bob make a mistake here? I go a bit too deep here. Drop second, back up to third to make sure it doesn't go crazy, the car. That gap was up to half a second. It's coming back down again. Coming back down. It's 3 tenths of a second. Oh, honestly, I'm pushing on so hard here. I really want this victory in the Bugatti Veyron. It'd be so good to beat the meta. In towards the braking zone we go then. And we use a lot of that right. And then we need to really abuse the left-hander here. We do indeed. Oh, we bounced a bit wrong though there. So the gap increases to 4 tenths of a second. We have only a few corners left to go. Can we do it? So we need to clip this apex beautifully. Can we do that? Yes, we do. That's nailed. And then we need to get around this. Yes, we nail that as well. The gap increasing to Bob again in towards the braking zone. Can we nail this corner? Oh, we do indeed. We nail it. We nail it. We nail it. Oh, we have to lift it a bit too much there. The gap, half a second, is still coming down. If we didn't have to lift then, oh my word. In fact, the gap is increasing. How fast is that GTR? It's coming down again now-ish. Oh, we're in the slipstream here as well. In towards the last corner we go. Does Bob make a mistake? Through we go. We absolutely nail that last corner, but it's not enough. Bob is 4 tenths of a second ahead. Congratulations to Bob there. So we didn't beat the meta this time, but we gave it a good shot in the Veyron. As I've always said, the Group 4 balance is completely off at the moment. It really needs sorting out, especially before any future esports competitions at least. But we gave it a try, folks. We gave it a try in the Veyron. We got close, but it wasn't quite there. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. Do give it a like. Please give it a like. It helps out the channel massively, and it costs you absolutely nothing. Subscribe to the channel to stay in touch with all the latest content, including more chances at beating the meta. But that is going to be it for me, folks. Tomorrow, a live stream. Make sure you check it out. It should start at 10 a.m. and it'll be finished later on into the evening. So do check it out. That is going to be it for me, folks. As I say, hope you enjoyed it and have a good one. Au revoir, farewell, goodbye, and Merry Christmas.